President Biden says the Equal Rights Amendment, which prohibits discrimination on the basis of sex, meets the criteria to be the 28th Amendment of the Constitution. The president saying in a statement that it is now the law of the land because it is passed by a two-thirds majority in Congress and three-quarters of the states have ratified it. Congress approved the amendment back in 1972, but that came with a 7-year deadline for states to sign on. The 75% was not achieved until 4 years ago when Virginia became the 38th state to ratify the amendment. Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes joins us now to talk about it. What kind of legal challenges is this going to face?
What kind of? Brian, there's legal challenges from all angles. I mean, there's a number of legal challenges. We got to go back to history first. Since 1923, there was a proposed ERA amendment to the Constitution in every session of Congress, and it didn't get any traction to the 70s. Well, what happened in the 70s? A ton of women were in office. Shirley Chisholm came in. A number of women were pushing forth efforts like that. 1972, they originally passed it and they pushed it to the states. Within that first year, 30 states ratified it, but you still needed 8 more. And then it kind of went dead and nothing happened. And then there was a pushback with a number of states saying if they pass this, what will happen is you'll have, men in women's bathrooms. You have a lot of same-sex things that are happening. And so that made every kind of state stop. It also made states pull back their ratifications. So you talk about legal challenges, it's a couple things. Can Congress go forward and remove that 7-year requirement? Congress put it there. Are they able to take it away? That's the major question that needs to be answered. The other question is, can a state that has ratified it and then pull back their ratification, can the Congress go forward and say, you know what, we'll still count their ratification? Well, they did it. Congress has done it in the past. 13th and 14th Amendment. Once states had ratified, a few states tried to pull back their ratifications, and Congress says, nope, we're going to count those ratifications and push it forward. So they can do that. The first question, though, I think is the hardest one. Can you pull back that 7-year time frame? And I don't know about that.
And that's the thing, because it's pretty clear that it didn't happen during that time frame. But still, there's a lot of folks that want to see this happen, and then there's some folks that don't want to see this, especially with the new administration coming in.
I think it's clear that it didn't happen in a 7-year time frame, but that 7-year time frame is not something that's in the Constitution. It was written by Congress when they pushed this forward. So because they created that, they have the power to say, you know what, we want to remove this 7-year requirement. But if they don't remove it, the other portion that's out there is the archivist can do this. At this moment, because you now officially or technically have 38 states that have ratified this, the archivist could say, you know what, now it is passed. But the archivist is saying, no, I'm going to punt and send this to the courts and allow the courts to make a determination.
Of course, President Biden comes out with his push on this. Where do you think this goes forward?
I don't think it goes forward at all. I think this is dead on arrival. This is a last-ditch effort to show that women, I support you, that women, I believe you do have rights. This is more ceremonial than anything, more messaging that as I leave, I want you to know that I care about you. But if you really wanted to show a message that you stood by women, it would have been good to do this a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago. But to do it now when there's no teeth behind it, I don't think even if it went to the courts that you'd have an administration that would support fighting it in the courts.
All right. Chief Legal Analyst Khalif Rhodes. Have a good weekend, my friend.
I'll try.